Hey there, personality enthusiasts. Ever wondered why some folks seem to be obsessed with taking the INFJ test over and over again? It's like they're on a never-ending quest to confirm their personality type. But what's driving this need to keep hitting that start test button? Well, buckle up, because we're about to dive deep into the fascinating world of INFJ and uncover the top 5 reasons why people just can't stop testing for this rare personality type. Are you ready to unravel the mystery behind this phenomenon? Let's get started. 1. The allure of rarity. Let's face it, we humans love feeling special. And when it comes to personality types, INFJ are the unicorns of the Myers-Briggs world. Making up just 1 to 2% of the population, they're about as rare as it gets. So, it's no wonder people are drawn to the idea of belonging to this exclusive club. Think about it. In a world where everyone's trying to stand out, being told you're part of a tiny, unique group is pretty darn appealing. It's like finding out you've got a superpower that only a select few possess. Who wouldn't want to double-check that they've got this rare and coveted personality type? But here's the thing, this rarity factor can be a double-edged sword. On one hand, it makes people feel special and understood. On the other, it can lead to a sort of INFJ imposter syndrome. People might start questioning if they really fit the mold, or if they're just wannabes trying to squeeze themselves into a box that doesn't quite fit. This doubt can trigger a cycle of retesting. They might think, what if I got it wrong the first time? What if I'm not really as unique as I thought? And so, they take the test again, and again, and again. It's like they're searching for that final, definitive confirmation that yes, they truly are part of this rare and special group. But let's be real for a second. While being rare is cool and all, it doesn't define a person's worth. INFJ aren't better or worse than any other personality type. They're just different, with their own unique strengths and challenges. So, if you find yourself constantly retaking the test to prove your INFJ status, take a step back and ask yourself why it matters so much. Remember, you're awesome regardless of what 4 letters describe your personality. 2. The quest for self-understanding. Alright, let's dig a little deeper. INFJ are known for their intense desire to understand themselves and the world around them. They're like the Sherlock Holmes of the personality world, always analyzing, always seeking to unravel the mysteries of human nature, starting with their own. This insatiable curiosity about the self can lead to a bit of an obsession with personality tests. INFJ and those who think they might be INFJ often find themselves diving headfirst into the deep end of self-reflection. They're not content with surface-level understanding. Oh no, they want to know every nook and cranny of their psyche. Taking the INFJ test becomes more than just a fun little quiz. It's a tool for self-discovery, a way to make sense of their thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. Every time they retake the test, they're hoping for new insights, new revelations about who they are and why they do the things they do. But here's where it gets interesting. As they learn more about the INFJ type, they might start noticing more and more INFJ traits in themselves. It's like when you buy a new car and suddenly see that model everywhere on the road. This heightened awareness can make them question their initial results. Wait a minute, they might think, I relate to this INFJ description even more now. Maybe I should take the test again to be sure. And so the cycle continues. Each retake of the test is fueled by this deep-seated need to truly know and understand oneself. It's not just about confirming a label, it's about gaining a clearer picture of their inner world. This quest for self-understanding can be incredibly valuable. It can lead to personal growth, improved relationships, and a stronger sense of identity. But it's important to remember that no personality test can fully capture the complexity of a human being. We're all unique, multifaceted individuals who can't be completely summed up by 4 letters. So, if you find yourself constantly retaking the INFJ test in search of self-understanding, try to broaden your approach. Explore other personality theories, engage in different forms of self-reflection, or even consider talking to a therapist. Remember, understanding yourself is a lifelong journey, not a destination you reach by getting the right test result. 3. The comfort of belonging. Now, let's talk about something we all crave deep down: belonging. Humans are social creatures, and we've got this innate need to feel like we're part of a group. For INFJ or potential INFJ, finding their personality type can feel like finally finding their tribe. Imagine going through life feeling like you're different from everyone else. You've got these intense emotions, this deep empathy that others don't seem to get. You're always thinking about the big picture while others focus on the here and now. It can be pretty lonely, right? Then boom, you take the INFJ test and suddenly everything clicks. You read the description and it's like someone's been peeking inside your head. All those quirks and traits you thought made you weird. Turns out they're classic INFJ characteristics. It's like finding a whole community of people who think and feel just like you do. This sense of belonging can be incredibly powerful. It's comforting to know you're not alone, that there are others out there who understand your unique perspective on the world. INFJ often report feeling seen for the first time when they discover their type. But here's where the repeat testing comes in. This feeling of belonging is so good, so validating, that people want to make absolutely sure they've got it right. What if they're not really INFJ? What if they don't actually belong to this group that feels so much like home? So they take the test again. And again. Each time they're seeking that reassurance that yes, they do belong. They're chasing that feeling of connection and understanding that comes with identifying as an INFJ. This need for belonging can be especially strong for INFJ because they often feel misunderstood in their daily lives. They're complex, contradictory creatures who can be hard for others to figure out. Finding a label that explains their unique traits can feel like a lifeline in a world where they often feel out of place. But here's the thing, while it's great to find a community you resonate with, your worth isn't tied to a personality type. You belong in this world simply because you exist. Your experiences, thoughts and feelings are valid, INFJ or not. If you find yourself retaking the test because you're scared of losing that sense of belonging, try to remember that you're so much more than 4 letters. Your uniqueness extends far beyond any personality category. Instead of seeking belonging through a test result, try connecting with people based on shared interests, values or experiences. You might be surprised at how many different types of people you can form meaningful connections with. 4. The fear of mistyping. All right, let's tackle a big one, the fear of mistyping. This is like the boogeyman of the personality test world, especially when it comes to INFJ. Why? Well, because INFJ are often described in almost mythical terms. They're supposed to be these rare, insightful, almost psychic individuals who can read people like books and have an uncanny ability to see the future. Okay, maybe not that last part, but you get the idea. With all this hype around INFJ, it's no wonder people get a bit freaked out about the possibility of mistyping. What if they're not really this special intuitive type? What if they've been living a lie, building their identity around 4 letters that don't actually describe them? This fear can lead to some serious test-taking marathons. People might retake the test under different conditions, thinking maybe they weren't in the right headspace the first or second or third time. They might take multiple versions of the test, hoping that if they get INFJ on all of them, it must be true. But here's the kicker: personality isn't as black and white as a test result. We're all complex, multifaceted individuals who can display traits from various personality types depending on the situation. The lines between types can be blurry, and many people find they relate to aspects of several different types. This complexity can make the fear of mistyping even worse. INFJ, with their perfectionist tendencies, might obsess over getting it right. They might worry that if they're not really INFJ, they'll lose the understanding of themselves they've gained. Or worse, they might fear losing the connections they've made with other INFJ. The irony is, this fear of mistyping and the resulting repeat testing can actually lead to mistyping. How? Well, the more you learn about a type, the more you might unconsciously start to answer questions in a way that aligns with that type. It's not deliberate deception, it's just that your increased awareness of INFJ traits might influence how you perceive and report your own behaviors. So what's the solution? Well, it might help to remember that personality types are tools for understanding, not rigid boxes we need to fit into. They're meant to be helpful, not anxiety-inducing. If you find the INFJ description resonates with you and helps you understand yourself better, great. But don't get too hung up on whether you're a true INFJ or not. Instead of obsessing over your type, try focusing on understanding your individual traits, strengths and areas for growth. Use the INFJ description as a starting point for self-reflection, not as a final destination. Remember, you're unique, and no personality type can fully capture all that you are. And hey, if you're really concerned about mistyping, consider looking into cognitive functions. These are the building blocks of personality types and can provide a more nuanced understanding than just the four-letter code. But whatever you do, try not to let the fear of mistyping turn into an endless cycle of retesting. Your worth isn't determined by your personality type, and you don't need a test to validate your experiences or feelings. 5. The changing nature of personality. Last but definitely not least, let's chat about something that often gets overlooked in the world of personality testing: the fact that people change. Yep, you heard that right. We're not static beings, and our personalities can shift and evolve over time. This might come as a shock to some folks who view their personality type as a permanent label. But think about it, are you the same person you were 5 years ago? How about 10 years ago? Chances are you've grown, learned, and changed in countless ways. This changing nature of personality is another reason why people might find themselves repeatedly taking the INFJ test. As they go through different life experiences, face new challenges, or enter different phases of life, they might notice shifts in their thoughts, behaviors, or preferences. Maybe they used to be super introverted, but after pushing themselves to be more social, they find they enjoy and even need more people time. Or perhaps they've worked on developing their logical thinking skills, and now they're not sure if they still fit the feeling dominant profile of an INFJ. These changes can trigger a kind of identity crisis. If someone has strongly identified as an INFJ, realizing they might no longer fit that description can be unsettling. It's like the rug has been pulled out from under them. So they might retake the test, hoping to reaffirm their INFJ status or to figure out if they've really changed as much as they think they have. But here's the thing: change isn't bad. In fact, it's a natural and healthy part of personal growth. Our personalities aren't meant to be set in stone. We're supposed to evolve, adapt, and develop new skills and traits throughout our lives. The problem comes when we cling too tightly to a particular type label. If we're so attached to being an INFJ that we resist natural growth and change, we might be doing ourselves a disservice. We might miss out on opportunities to develop new strengths or overcome weaknesses because we're too focused on fitting a certain profile. So, if you find yourself retaking the INFJ test because you feel like you might have changed, try to embrace that change instead of resisting it. See it as a sign of growth, not as losing a part of yourself. Remember, your core values and the essence of who you are can remain the same even as you develop new traits or skills. Instead of repeatedly testing to see if you still fit the INFJ mold, try asking yourself how you've grown and changed. What new strengths have you developed? How have your experiences shaped you? This kind of self-reflection can be much more valuable than trying to squeeze yourself into a particular personality box. And hey, if you do retake the test and get a different result, don't panic. It doesn't mean everything you thought you knew about yourself is wrong. It just means you're growing, evolving, and becoming a more well-rounded person. And isn't that something to celebrate? Conclusion. Woo, we've covered a lot of ground, haven't we? From the allure of rarity to the quest for self-understanding, the comfort of belonging, the fear of mistyping, and the changing nature of personality, these are the top 5 reasons why people keep testing for INFJ. It's clear that this isn't just about a simple personality quiz. For many, the INFJ label represents something much deeper: a way to understand themselves, to find their place in the world, and to make sense of their unique traits and experiences. But here's the take-home message: while personality tests like the INFJ assessment can be incredibly useful tools for self-discovery and growth, they shouldn't become an obsession. They're meant to be a starting point for self-reflection, not the be-all and end-all of your identity. Remember, you're a complex, multifaceted individual who can't be fully captured by 4 letters. Your worth isn't determined by whether or not you fit a particular personality type. What matters is how you treat others, how you pursue your goals, and how you contribute to the world around you. So if you find yourself constantly retaking the INFJ test, take a step back and ask yourself why. Are you seeking validation, understanding, a sense of belonging? Once you identify the underlying need, you might find healthier ways to meet it that don't involve endless testing. Embrace your uniqueness, celebrate your growth, and don't be afraid of change. Whether you're an INFJ, another type entirely, or somewhere in between. What matters most is that you're on a journey of self-discovery and personal growth. And that, my friends, is way more important than any test result. So here's to you in all your complex, ever-changing, beautifully human glory. Keep growing, keep learning, and remember you're awesome, no matter what any personality test says.